Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dan Solitro with another edition of Solitro Reviews Albums here on To All the Crowded Rooms, and today we're going to be talking about Same Side's self-titled EP. To throw this out there, I actually found this band through Casa Loma's recommended artists on Spotify, and when I learned whose project this was, I knew I had to listen to this EP. With that being said, let's just dive right into it. For those who may be unaware, Same Side is actually the solo project of Kevin Geyer, who is the guitarist of the band's elder brother and the story so far. I remember when I first went through the EP, I thought, this is a solo project from the guitarist of the story so far, really? Not meaning that in a bad way, I was just a bit surprised. But then when I started to listen through it over and over again, it really clicked with me. In the last couple of years, the Story So Far's sound has changed up a bit in some very significant ways, and you hear that on their latest album, Proper Dose, where they had incorporated other genres into their sound, and I believe it paid off for them very well at that time. Same Side, in my opinion, seems to be a continuation of that sound, and it also sees Geyer exploring a side that sounds a little bit indie, a little bit old school emo, a little bit of folk rock, and even a little bit of shoegaze as well. So he's got a lot going on with this EP. As I have mentioned earlier, Same Side, while incorporating the sound he's adopted from both Elder Brother and the story so far, Kevin also incorporates other influences that round out this EP. Two big influences I've heard with my time with this EP are the late Elliott Smith and American football. I hear Elliott Smith's influence vocally. Kevin seems to have these melancholic melodies throughout this EP that just permeate within, and musically I hear American football riffs, especially something that harkens back to the debut EP and their first LP that they ever released. And I can really appreciate that because I'm a very big American football fan, and anyone who incorporates that sound and does it well is positive in my book. From my point of view, I also hear a little bit of like sort of alternative folk in this sound as well, and the one artist that came to mind was actually Dustin Kensrue in regards to his solo material, and I'm also a very big fan of both Dustin Kensrue and Thrice, and I respect him tremendously for incorporating that, whether it was on purpose or it was not on purpose. Some big themes that I have pointed out while listening to this EP were of self-reflection and loss. Kevin was going through a lot of personal growth and hardship at the time of writing this EP, and he even stated that he had instrumental ideas that he would just sit on for a bit until the melodies just kind of came into place, while also having some feelings that he held on to subconsciously. Another theme that stood out to me is the struggle with addiction, especially in the song Stuck in a Hole. A line that stood out to me was, "Fall into old ways, make the same mistakes." It's a revealing line of empathy for individuals struggling with addiction, and the last three tracks of this EP, The Way It Seemed, Fall Back In Again, and Same Side, are what I consider to be a trilogy in of itself, and it approaches an on-again, off-again relationship that just seems to be falling apart, with the romance just being over at that point. Production was helmed by Sam Pura of the Panda Studios in Fremont, California. I found this out recently, but Pura has been a longtime producer for the Story So 5 and Elder Brother, and it shows within the production. Pura has also worked with other artists such as State Champs and 100th, so this is a producer who has a lot of experience with multiple genres. A project like this genre bended throughout with tastes of folk, dream pop, shoegaze, and alt-rock, and it was great to hear this being produced by a producer who knows exactly how to bring out the sound of what Kevin was going for. Pura made Same Side sound like the lush, serene release that it deserved to be, and some of my favorite tracks actually include Stuck in a Hole and Fall Back In Again. In my opinion, those two tracks best showcase what Same Side is, both on a musical and lyrical level. And that is it for Same Side. If you're interested in listening to this album, it is available to stream on Spotify, Apple Music, and it's also on Pure Noise Records' YouTube channel. And if you liked what you heard, check out his merch now and pick up a record. He has 3 really cool variants on his site. Also, let me know your thoughts on the EP, whether you liked it, you hated it, thought it was okay. Love to hear you out in the comments below. And also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. This is Dan Solitro signing out.